My name is Daniel Carter. I served as a deputy sheriff in a small town outside Ravenwood County, Pennsylvania for nearly 15 years. In those years, I had seen almost everything. Domestic fights, car crashes, missing persons, even a few murders. But nothing, absolutely nothing compares to what happened on the night of October 17th, 2019. It was a cold Thursday night, the kind of night where the wind moves slowly through the trees and the town feels empty. At around 2:13 a.m., dispatch sent a call through the radio. Unit 12, we received a disturbance call from Blackwood Road. Neighbor reports screaming coming from an abandoned farmhouse. Blackwood Road. Every officer in the department knew that road. Old forests, no streetlights, and miles of empty land. The farmhouse mentioned in the call had been abandoned for over 20 years. Most locals believed it was haunted. I didn't believe in ghosts, at least not back then. I arrived at the location around 2:28 a.m. My headlights illuminated the old farmhouse. The building looked like it had been rotting for decades. Broken windows, collapsed porch, and tall dead grass covering most of the yard. My Bodycam was already recording. Procedure. As I stepped out of the car, the wind suddenly stopped. The silence was strange. Then I heard it, a woman's voice, crying, very faint, coming from inside the house. Dispatch asked through the radio, Unit 12, status. I replied, possible person inside the property, going to investigate. I walked slowly toward the front door. Every step made the wooden porch creak. The door was slightly open. I pushed it. The hinges screamed as the door slowly opened. Inside, everything was dark. My flashlight beam cut through the dust-filled air. Old furniture, rotten walls, broken pictures on the floor, and then footsteps upstairs. Slow, dragging footsteps. Someone was definitely inside. "Sheriff's Department," I shouted. No response. The footsteps stopped. For a moment, everything was quiet. Then, a whisper from upstairs, a woman's whisper. "Help me." My heart started beating faster. Someone could be trapped in there. I moved toward the staircase. Each step groaned under my weight. Halfway up the stairs, something strange happened. My radio suddenly started producing static. Loud static. Dispatch tried calling me again, but their voice kept cutting out. Then I reached the hallway upstairs. There were 3 doors, all closed. The whisper came again. "Help me." This time it came from the last room at the end of the hallway. I slowly approached the door, my flashlight shaking slightly in my hand. I pushed the door open. The room was empty. Completely empty. No furniture, no windows, just a dirty mattress on the floor and deep scratch marks on the walls. That's when I heard the voice again, but this time it was behind me, right in the hallway. I turned around quickly. No one there, but the Bodycam audio later picked something up, something I didn't hear at the time. A second voice. Right behind me, whispering, "He found you." At that moment, the temperature in the house suddenly dropped. I could literally see my breath in the air. Then came the sound that still haunts me to this day. A child laughing. Not normal laughter. It sounded wrong, like multiple voices laughing together. My flashlight flickered, and suddenly the hallway lights up, just for 1 second, long enough for me to see something standing at the end of the hall. A tall figure, at least 7 feet tall. Its arms looked too long, and its head tilted sideways. When my flashlight stabilized again, it was gone. I ran down the stairs, adrenaline kicking in. As I reached the front door, I heard footsteps running above me, but there was no way someone could move that fast. I got into my patrol car immediately, breathing heavily. Dispatch asked, "Unit 12, what's happening?" Before I could respond, the house lights suddenly turned on. All the windows lit up at once. The farmhouse had no electricity, none, but every window was glowing with a dim yellow light. And then, people appeared in the windows. Dozens of them, standing still, watching me. Men, women, children, all staring directly at my car. I grabbed the spotlight and pointed it toward the house. The light hit the windows, and every single figure disappeared, instantly, like they were never there. I backed the patrol car away slowly. Then something hit the roof of my car, hard, a loud thud. I froze. Then another hit. Something heavy was crawling on top of the vehicle. My Bodycam microphone captured the sound clearly, scratching, dragging claws. Then a face appeared on the windshield, upside down, pale skin, black eyes, and a wide smile that stretched too far across its face. It wasn't human. It opened its mouth and whispered one sentence. "You shouldn't have come vanished. Here." Completely gone. The pressure lifted off the roof. I didn't wait another second. I drove straight back to the station. The next morning, 3 officers were turned to investigate the farmhouse. In daylight, they found nothing. No footprints, no people, no signs anyone had been there. But they did find one thing. Deep claw marks on the roof of my patrol car, marks that looked like something with 5 long claws had gripped the metal. And inside the upstairs room, they found something else. Words scratched into the wall, fresh scratches, not old. 3 words. "Stay out, Daniel." My name. I had never been to that house before. No one knew I was responding to that call except dispatch. And dispatch logs later showed something impossible. The call about the screaming woman never existed. No neighbor reported anything. No one called 911 that night. Meaning, someone or something wanted me to go there. The department later reviewed the Bodycam footage. Most of it was corrupted, but a few seconds were still visible. The part where I walked down the hallway upstairs. When they slowed the footage down frame by frame, they saw something I never noticed. Behind me, following me, a tall shadow figure moving along the wall, matching my steps. But there was no one there. 2 weeks later, the farmhouse burned down in a mysterious fire. No cause was ever found. But here's the part that keeps me awake at night. Last year, a new family moved into a house near Blackwood Road, and their young daughter told her parents something strange. She said a very tall man stands outside her window every night, watching her, smiling, with his head tilted sideways, exactly the way I saw it that night. I retired from the sheriff's department 3 months later. But sometimes, late at night, my police radio that I kept as a souvenir still turns on by itself. And through the static, I hear the same whisper. Help me. If you are ever driving through Pennsylvania and you see a road sign that says Blackwood Road, do yourself a favor. Don't stop. And whatever you do, don't follow the voice asking for help. Because some things in the dark don't want to be saved. They want to be found.